What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? It is MB the Life Coach, your absolute favorite mental health and success coach, and we here yet again with another Black business highlight. Our guest just got here, a phenomenal business coach. And we got a whole bunch. I'm gonna go ahead and tag her in, and I will let her do her introduction, and we're gonna get into some stuff for y'all. Tag your friends, your best friends, your cousin, all of them. Tell them to go ahead and come in here. Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Hey, guys. What's up? What's up? Let me ping a couple of people in here so they know that we are live right now.
Yep, doing the same thing. Well, while we are sending our invites out, I do want to give you the floor so you can introduce yourself, just a quick introduction, and let the people know a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Oh, yeah, no problem. So, hey, guys, what's up? If you don't know who I am Andy, known as Just Ask Andy in these internet streets. What do? I'm actually a business analyst, but starting April 1st, I will be doing business coaches for you guys who need the real and not the fluff, right? So, yeah,
Period.
that's who I am.
And what got you into business coaching?
So actually, I've always been a business coach. I've been running from the title for years. I'm like, I don't want to coach nobody. I don't want to hold anybody's hand. I want to be like, here's what you need to do and be done with it. Don't call me.
Yep.
I'm going to call you. You don't call me. But
right.
I also know that sometimes it takes the time where you got to understand the information that you give individuals. They do need step one, step two, accountability. Make sure you are consistent and have that talk with each other to make sure people reach their goals. So I do it all the time with Hello Houston organization on Clubhouse. So I was just like, you know what? All right, y'all win. I'm gonna start doing it. But if I do it, y'all better show up because I'm gonna talk about y'all.
Period. Yep. So we talked about, you mentioned that you were an analyst transitioning into it. Are you an analyst by career, like your career kind of transitioned you into it and you was like, I'm okay on the corporate side, and entrepreneurship just kind of like fell in your lap because everybody was coming to you as the problem solver? Like, what was that transition like from corporate to?
Okay. So first of all, they don't call me Just Ask Andy to Just Ask Andy. They literally Just Ask Andy. So a little background about myself. I had been in medical since 2005. In 2009, I actually was like, okay, cool. I done did everything but a doctor and a nurse. I don't want nobody to give me no needles. I'm not putting nobody meds. So I'm not doing that part, right? But when it came down to the back office, when it came down doing paperwork, collections, when you actually had to do medical records, when you actually had to do the billing and coding, I was doing all of that. So I'm like, okay, well, this is lit. I'm making money, right? But it wasn't enough. If you know exactly. Andy always want more. So in the transition of me basically in 2009, still in the medical field, I was like, at TSU, shout out. I was at TSU here in Houston, Texas, and one of my good friends, she literally just bought a house. And I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, I'm one of those. At that time, I was like, she got a house, I want a house. She got a kid, yep. I got a kid. She got money, I got money. This is a no-brainer for me, right? That was it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that's exactly how it happened. Until I walked into the loan officer office, and I didn't know what a credit report was. I didn't know what a credit score was. I didn't know what none of that was. I was like, what? He was like, so what's your credit score? And I was like, he was like, so do you have credit? And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I still talk to this guy today. And I literally was like, yeah, I got a TSU. Everybody know Andy. He was like, right. What? Yeah, I'm credible. Everybody know me. I kid you not. I'm telling you, that's exactly what I told him. And he looked at me like, I know you lying. So I was like, okay. He was like, fill out this credit application. I was like, the what?
Wow.
The application to show what your credit score look like so we can see how much you can get approved for. Oh, okay. So I was like, okay, I'm going to fill it out, I mean, it could have been that hard. I know how to fill out a job application, so I have to know how to fill out a credit application, right? Y'all don't be Andy. That was in 2009, okay? That was back in the day, okay? We in 22. Right. Don't do it. So, so in the midst of it, I was like, okay, cool. I went filled out the application, and he was like, yeah, you know what? When you learn about credit, you come back. And I was like, so what you mean? So what kind of house can I get? He was like, you can't get nothing. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it's a no. It's a no. It's a no. Learn about what's going on because it's a no. So I was like, oh, you're rude. You know, so I'm a Gemini, by the way. You cannot tell us no. So I leave out the office, you know, I call mom, and I'm like, Mama, you won't believe what just happened. So I'm telling her, you know, we got the females, we got to tell you step by step. I walked in the office, you know, listen. My mama literally said, that was the stupidest thing you could have ever did. And I was like, oh my God. First this man tells me no. Then my mama called me stupid. Oh, hell no. Wait, I cussed y'all, so sorry about that. But anyway, so, you know, at this point, I'm a Curious George. You can't tell me what I can do or what I can't do. You can tell me not right now, but you cannot tell me no. So I said, all right, cool. Bust it. I went, kid you not, if you stay in Houston, y'all know Reed Road, we had a library right there. I used to go to that library and a library in a Clark. So I'm at the library and I literally got books, Credit for Dummies, How to Buy a House. Like, I had tons of books, and the librarian see me in there so much. She was like, are you really trying to do this? I'm like, yes. My mama called me stupid, and the loan officer told me no. I'm determined to get this house. Not knowing all the stuff that goes along with it. So that's when I started learning about piggybacking, identity theft. I started learning about what credit usage was, what the history was. So I literally did it pen and paper. No, all cities, dispute, all that extra crap, I wasn't doing it. I was picking up the phone. Now, if I didn't know about credit, well, I got a credit card that's in Las Vegas. I got a telephone bill that's in Cali. I was like, yo, who just stole my stuff? You know, so, you know, I was like, forget it. I'm going to figure out. I did that part. I went back to my mom. I told my mom what happened. And she was like, this is great, honey. You know, just don't go apply for a house. I was like, oh, I'm applying for this house. I'm definitely doing it. Can I pick it back off of your credit? She was like, hell no. You don't even know what the credit score is. And I was like, yo. But if anybody out there, listen, when you ask someone to deal with their credit, you have to tell them details. Don't be Andy, okay? So after I went back and I basically told my mom what was going on, I'm like, look, Mom, you don't have to give me a card. You can keep the card at home. I just need your history. I need your payment usage and all this and third. So when she seen I knew what I was talking about, she was like, okay. But as soon as the card come in, you better give it to me. And I cut it up in front of her, so she was okay with it. Right. But that loan officer had me messed up. So I go back. And this time he was like, I'm going to pay for your credit application. You ain't even got to worry about it. Because it was within the 3 months. He was like, yo, you, all right. So when he looked at it, he was like, what did you do? Oh, y'all know I was cocky then. I did this. So I did end up getting approved for the loan. And then as I went back into his office, he was like, hey, I'm going to give you some files. Let's see if you do the same thing with these files. So from there, I did the same thing within 6 months. And he was like, yo, you should get in business. What is business? Yo, I'm not lying to y'all. This is really my story, and I love my story because that's why I'm at right now, right? So I got into doing personal credit for business, y'all. Back 2009, I charged $300 for 12 months of credit management. I don't like the word credit repair. Do not use it anymore because you're not repairing a window. I did credit management. And in the midst of it, I did the credit management, and then it was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I learned fast. You ain't give it to me. Put me in, coach. I got it, right? So I end up learning what business was, and the people who was letting me do that credit, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that was jacked up. They was like, you can't do no worse than I'm doing. So I'm like, this is great. So if I messed up, you ain't gonna be mad at me, but I can fix it though. So it was cool. So we did that. Then I got the bug of doing business credit in 2011. And business credit, baby, that was a whole nother ball game. I was excited. I was like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. I learned what PG was, why you don't want a PG. So that was that. Then I went back to my actual job because I still had my 9 to 5. I don't know who be telling y'all to quit y'all jobs and going to this entrepreneur stuff, but it's not easy. They lie. Don't let them lie to you and tell you to quit your job. No, don't do it. I be stressed the hell out.
But Twitter telling everybody makes 6 figures right now.
Listen, they don't deal a boyfriend ain't come to save you. They only save them. Take your time, sis. Bro, don't. Listen, y'all, I ain't got it all. But, so I did that. And once I got comfortable, I got on social media in 2017. That changed the game for me. It changed the game because I was doing what I love. The way y'all see me, this how I always been. So I was doing what I loved, and I was teaching people that. I'm like, how y'all don't know this, right? But it was great because we was learning together. I was doing lives every single day, teaching you about child credit, divorce. If you get into divorce, how to do your credit. If you did some stuff you ain't had no business doing, and now you living a better life. I know how to do all that. So I'm helping the dope dealers, the scammers, the baby daddies, the baby mamas. I ain't lying to y'all. I'm serious. I can call them down. They be like, yo.
Wives, all of them.
So that went well. Then 2018, I went on tour. 2019, y'all know when you start praying certain prayers, you can't be asking God like, God, I'm tired of this job. What I need to do? Listen, y'all. God don't be playing about his people. I literally prayed. I got kicked out of my job. Like literally, like you still gonna let these people talking to you like this? You make more money in 1 week than what you make in 3 months. What are you doing? So I was like, all right, you know what? Here's my plan. I went out on FMLA. If you know, you know. Don't judge me, okay? I had to make sure I can get out here and really get it out the mud, okay? Don't judge me. So, finished that. FMLA went through, and I was just like, I got back to the job, and I was like, yeah, nah, this ain't gonna work. I got to get up, clock in. Don't like my boss. She get on my nerves. Then these people over here saying this, that, and the third. I'm making more money than I'm making more money than my boss. I'm like, well, what is a CEO? In the midst of it, it was nothing but research. Delegate. After that, I put my 2 weeks notice in, and I was out. And I hit my first. Now, listen, here's the other part. Let me tell y'all, when it go from corporate to doing your own business, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Very transparent with you guys. The first 60 days, I was broke as hell. I used my whole 401k. I had a Mercedes at that time. I was on my hands and knees with a Zonka bottle going just like this with my change because I could not pay my car note on my insurance. And I was just like, oh, this is not the part that I prayed for. What is going on? Like, God, you need to come in. We need to have a come to Jesus moment. Well, in the midst of it, that was that part. You going to sink or you going to swim? Are you really about this entrepreneur life, or are you planning on just sleeping half of the day and trying to get up and do just enough? Y'all, by the time I hit to December, I left my job August 1st. December 31st, I ended up making 3 times the amount at the job that I was at. And then that next year, actually within 6 months, I hit 6 figures. And it's been go time ever since then. So that's my story. That's my story.
Girl. And a story with a word in it. Yeah. About the importance of actually doing your research about something. The first thing that everybody need to learn is no really mean not right now if you want it for real.
Facts. Don't let them people tell you no.
No, is if you let them just tell you no, and no is just your answer, you accept that. The second thing, the work. She put the work in so that no was just a not right now for her. And it really, one of the biggest things that, people will hear me say often, especially on our platform, and it was something I learned, is if you don't got time, it's because you got the money to pay somebody to do it for you.
Hello.
Pay somebody to do it, you got the time to figure it out. But you don't you don't really get to have.
You don't get both. You gotta pick.
Exactly. And the tenacity that it took, I love that you dropped the timeline. It wasn't like you was like, oh no, I did this today, 3 months later I was rich. It was like, no. It took
I wish. It starts actually happen. It's possible. It just depends on what industry you in and how hard you going. But mine wasn't like that. I ain't gonna lie to nobody and tell me, oh yeah, I made it. Nah, I ain't lying to you because I ain't got it.
It's real though, and it's something that can give people a realistic expectation. You ain't say go out there and quit your job, grind for 60 days, and I promise you're gonna be rich by day 61. It's like, no. Take your time, get into it, know what it is that you're doing. The biggest thing is knowing what it is that you're doing.
Thanks.
You don't need to be out here guessing with other people's stuff.
Please do not copy these people work and say it's yours, y'all. I sue people for that. I'm letting y'all know now. Let me look and see you got my ebook popping on your side. I'm coming.
But I just love that you painted the picture. It was like, no, I started here. I did that. Somebody saw my potential in the space that I'm going into. Right. Something with them that grew. And now I'm doing this, now with some hiccups here and there, but God really put you in that sink or swim space. Yeah. And that's when that tough shell that you either gonna piss or get off the pot happen.
Yeah, I definitely say this. At the end of the day, the reason why I know for a fact when it comes to management, business management, coaching, and all of that, that's my calling because it's a no-brainer for me. It's one of those things I could be in my sleep, have a dream, wake up, and know how to do the whole process. I can talk to anybody in the world and they can come with me some type of, well, my business structure is set like this. Oh, well, no, you need to do it like this. Well, are you doing it for your kids? Are you doing it for your divorce? Are you doing it for, like, which part are you doing it for? And I don't need a book. I don't need to Google. If I do, I'll tell you transparency, like, yo, that's a lawyer question. I'm halfway a lawyer without the degree, but I ain't that type of lawyer. You got to go talk to them people for that. So, yeah. But I will tell you, my company is on a whole nother standard because of the process I had to go through, the stuff that I have had. I didn't had it, lost it, got it again, flipped it, lost it, got it again, sitting still. I know when to sit my ass down. But ain't nobody gonna out hustle me. So your 6 months and my 6 months is always gonna be different because I wake up at 5 o'clock. What time you wake up? What time you meditate? What time you actually speak to God? What time you look yourself in the mirror? What time you speak to your kids? What time you actually get in the car? Do you talk to people in the morning and sow into them? Do you harvest on the way to work? Like, it's a different ball game. But once you start getting up there, baby, you start like clockwork. I'm up. Let's go. What we doing?
Period. I wound up actually saying something, and I still got the video in my phone. First of all, don't ask me why I got over 20,000 pictures and videos in my phone, but that's not the point. There was a video that I recorded in 2020, and I said, the problem is you keep competing with the person that wake up every morning and compete with themselves, so you always go.
That's a fact. I don't want to compete with nobody else. I don't want nobody else's money. You're a multi-millionaire. Congratulations. Your multi-million might only be my 50K, and I'm cool with that because I don't want your problems. You probably got baby mama problem, baby father problems. You got a job problem or car problem. I don't want your problem. My blessings here different. So, we can be up there together, but I can guarantee just like your social security number is different from mine, your bag is different from mine. So.
And we got different spaces that we should operate in life. Miss Mom.
Wait. Why we don't see no fires and no comments? What's up with the, hey, we don't get no gems, we don't get no amens or nothing?
They've been dropping them. They've been dropping them. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Dropping gems in here.
Oh, man. It's okay. We're going to keep going.
Girl, yeah. Missing all of that. They've been hearting you up.
Dang, y'all know I like them hearts when I be sitting. It's almost like when you hear your Shopify go like ding ding ding. That's how I be thinking with them hearts. I'm like, yeah, okay.
So, in the summary, when we talked about, doing the video or doing this live in an interview, you mentioned how you also go into the project management piece for business owners.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that part. We talked about the credit management piece, your let's talk about that piece of it.
So with project management, it's the difference. Is me as a project manager, I'm not your assistant, but it's almost I become your assistant. Because when you don't do something, I'm calling you. I'm texting you. What you doing? What you not doing? We got a timeline. Why is you not being these timelines? Because at the end of the day, your project manager is exactly that. The project that needs to be managed by that manager, right? So you have to look at it when you have a task, when you have phases, when you have goals, when you have big goals, you have small goals. For me, when it comes down to a project, I don't do 1 month projects. My projects are at least 6 months to a full year if you want project management, because I need to see the whole scope of work. I need to understand if we need to pivot, how much time we have to pivot. I project manage my own self. So it actually came about because of somebody actually wanted me to do the business management. I'm like, yo, where is this? Where is this? Why the timeline don't match? Why is this? And she's like, yo, can you be my project manager? And I was like, wait, what is, yeah, I'm telling y'all, God, look out for your girl, because they be asking me to do all kind of, I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, wait a minute. Let me go do my own research. And if it look like something I want to do, I got you. But if it's something I don't want to do, I'm going to tell you, no, you don't pay me enough for that. And even if you did, I don't want you as a headache. So it's cool.
Yeah. Exactly. We got a question in the audience, and they asked, are there certain project management certifications that make you stand out more?
Honestly, we being transparent, right?
Yup.
Nobody take this offense. Yes, go get your certification if you're in corporate America. In the entrepreneur world, they don't care. Can you do the work? Do you got proof? Do you have references? Can you show timelines? Can you show how you make a scope of work instead of asking me about a scope of work? If I come with you with an idea, can you give me a plan? Not just a business plan like what you go for investors, but a business plan for my company itself. Where project managers messed up in entrepreneurship, they feel like they got to have all these accolades. I'm going to out-hustle you. I'm going to come get that project from you. I ain't got no certification. So we can battle it out. But no, it's really not. You don't have to.
I bet you my work history speak better than that certification would have spoken.
I don't want to fight, but you better come on with the come on. What you learned in school, you better use it, because I'm coming.
But I do love the fact that you're transparent about it. And essentially what entrepreneurship is and what it should be is you being able to take your natural born God-given gifts and talents and being able to do it exactly what you would have done for free for some money. You get rich off of your born talents. And it just, this talent is project management, and let's get this credit together.
Please, y'all, if y'all don't do nothing else in life, have some stash money and have your credit together. And even if you don't have those, go create a business. Make sure you do it the correct way. Get you some business credit. I don't give a dog if a pandemic, them did it, another hurricane or whatever come. Listen, if they ain't taking cash, they take your credit. If they ain't taking credit, they take your cash. When a baby is being born, you swipe the card or you use cash. When somebody passed away, you swipe a card and you use cash. It's going to always be here. So don't let these people tell you to mess up your credit or dispute everything on your credit or it's okay, just run it up. It's a method to all of it. It really is, and it's really simple if you understand how to manage. But if you cannot manage $1, how do you plan on managing $1 million? How do you plan on having good credit if you won't even manage your credit the correct way? I don't want to fight. I'm just going to tell you the real.
That part. So pivoting a little bit, I also did a little bit of research. We know you in the podcast scene too.
I mean, you know, I'm popping up whatever.
Let's talk a little bit about the inspiration behind the podcast. What can we expect to get from Andy in the podcast?
Which one though? Okay. So I have my own podcast. It's called Approved AF. But I stopped. It was a lot of work. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, look, I gotta record, I gotta edit, I gotta do the graphics, I gotta upload, I gotta who? Yeah. I did 100 episodes, y'all. I think only 40 of them got uploaded. Listen, I understand my lane. I will try everything in the world. That ain't my lane. Okay? That's not my lane. I'd rather go be on somebody's podcast than be actually doing a podcast. No offense. Anybody want to come fix this? Holla at me. But my goal for 2022 is actually be on 52 podcasts because it's 52 weeks in a year. You have to remember that video is something serious right now when it comes to growing your brand. Voice is very big right now. So if everything go down, you still can do radio waves. You got to think about it like back in the day when they did not have television. What did they have? Radio. In this day of age in 2022, and if the internet shut down tomorrow, you can catch a radio wave. Podcast is everywhere. So, you know, I will relate it to baby, you can text me like I'm relating it to when we had the ice storm here in Houston. You know, we couldn't do nothing. The internet was messing up, but my Apple podcast was still working. You know, I mean, is it iTunes? Whatever Apple is, that was still working. Spotify was still working. Pandora was still working. So, you know, I'm just like, okay, what can I do if everything shut down? What can I do to still build traction and let everyone still hear my voice? And so that's when I went into like, you know what, next year, this is what I'm doing. My goal is to hit 52 podcasts. I think this is my 56th podcast or whatnot. I'm sure I'm gonna hit my goal before the end of the year though, for sure.
Period. We gonna claim it. We gonna claim 52 podcasts. You gonna hit that.
Anybody got a podcast? Call your girl. Long as it's about business and entrepreneurship. Don't call me about that and about me, okay?
Why are you so funny?
I mean, girl, you know, they just call me Just Ask Andy.
But like I said, we love the transparency here. Being able to boom. 1409 podcast, KT just dropped. They got April open for their show. I know a couple podcasts.
Listen, I'm the GOAT now. I done been on there 3 times.
Boom. Had me on there once. Wow.
Wait. See, I'm the type of, I make a phone call. Yo, I need to be on the podcast. And he be like, yo, you got an event coming up. I'm like, put me on, coach. Look.
Put me in the game. But one of the things that I will do, we have a few podcasts that's in our network of businesses and creatives. So I'll definitely make sure to pass that information that you will see. I got you.
Help your girl out.
I got you. Well, this interview has been absolutely phenomenal and amazing. This was probably one of the most fun interviews I've ever It came up like that. Okay?
Yeah.
Hold you for longer than a good time because they're gonna have to pay you for the rest of that time. But on a more serious note, right, we do want to give our guest of the day the floor so that you can drop any last gems, let people know what you have coming up, and also let the people know where they can find you.
Well, we just did the Focus Business Conference last weekend, Thursday through Saturday, which is my business conference that I have every year for entrepreneurs, business owners, and investors. That basically, this year was about marketing and sales. Next year, I guess I'll let you know since you're asking. 2023 speakers inquiry is already open. We're actually doing almost like the Matrix theme for next year. If you are interested, we are calling speakers, but listen, you got to have your stuff together. Andy is very thorough when it comes to paperwork, non-competes. You got to have your one sheet. You got to have your media kit. You got to have a video to show what you can do. You got to be active. This is not one of those, conference that you like, oh, what's up, homegirl? No. If you one of those people that just go around doing conference all the time and don't bring no value, we are asking you to pay to be on our stage for next year. But it's amazing. This is our 3rd year doing it. But next year will be our 4th year doing it. We have it already planned out to 2026. So that was the conference that just passed up, but we will have that annually. What's coming up as of April 1st? if you are a business owner that's really out there just thugging in life, it's time for you to stop. It's time for you to get for real. It's second quarter that's happening. So it's time to get your business structure together. It's time to start understanding what your business budget is. It's time to understand how to grow. And when we say grow in business, we call it expansion. What type of expansion are you doing? Are you creating leveraging opportunities? Are you going to go get a bank account? We have Regis Bank. Carl is on here right now. He was the keynote speaker with the Focus Business Conference. We have all the links that you need to get yourselves together. Now, please do not come at me about business credit unless you're ready. If you're not ready, I advise you to get with business coaching. This is the point where we can sit and get you where you're at right now versus you trying to skip the line and just push the process too fast. If you skip the process, I am gonna charge you for it. I don't mind doing it for you, but as soon as you come back and say what happened, I'm gonna say, look, you had your opportunity, right? As much as we can laugh, joke, and you can curse me out, everything else, I'm gonna still ask you, did you do it? Is it done? If it's not, I will drop you as a client. I will drop you as a student, and that's just being real with you. Now, past that, that's April 1st, and then April 15th, if I'm correct on the date, I can't remember what date it is, but we are dropping something that's called Business in a Box. So if you're one of those people that just, I need my business documentation review, I need my business documentation created. Some of you guys are out there working without a business operation agreement. Some of you guys are out there that invest into your business. You don't have a business certificate to show that you made that investment into your business so you can take it to the bank and actually put it in a lockbox. Some of you guys out there using your own name as a registered agent. I am a registered agent. I have an office that you can actually use instead of you using a virtual address. All of that is dropping in mid-April. Past that, June is my birthday, so I'm not dealing with y'all. That's it.
Before we end the benediction and we make our closing remarks on that, we did have one more question. And they asked, in the coaching space, what is the average cost of services?
So it just depends. If you get into the actual program, it's going to be totally different. We do have a wish list. Everybody cannot get in. Y'all are not going to be my headache, okay? I'm only letting 7 people in. Because it gets serious, y'all. You know, when you don't have that document, you're like, oh, my God, what I'm going to do? You need to make it on site. You have to have certain documents to make sure you can do what you want to do, you're supposed to do. Why do I have you guys do that? And I'm very thorough because I need your success story to show people that I'm the GOAT. I need you to do your part so I can tell people I'm the GOAT. But if you just wanted business coaching on the outside, we do start out at $800 and it goes up to $2,700 depending on what you're at, what stage you're at. If you just want to just move on over, let me go ahead and be a business manager and project manager. My fees do start off at $2,700 and go up to $10,000. Some of y'all might question it, but understand you do business. You got to spend money to make money. And if you plan on making this 100K, 1 million, whatever your goal, desire is, you don't have to pay me. You can pay someone else. But make sure you do your thorough research and understand we write off everything in business.
Period.
Wait. We don't write off everything in business. Don't y'all go start going to Papados and stuff and taking your girl to go have a movie talking about y'all was turning up, getting drinks, and writing off on business. That is not a business expense. But y'all can follow me at justask_Andy. And you can go to my website, which is andytbow.com. That's all.
Love to hear it. Love to see it. And we had a couple people ask if we could go ahead and put you on BAM's app so they can know how to get in contact with you. But that's going to be a conversation we have offline.
Okay, I'm like, BAM's app.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
Boom. So a part of our benediction, again, we appreciate having you. We appreciate the gems that you dropped. We loved your energy. You are more than welcome back. If there's ever anything that we can do to better support you, don't ever hesitate to reach out because we want to be able to continue to see you grow and to be able to watch you in that. Exactly. Disclaimer, this is not financial advice. This is
come a little closer. Come a little closer. I will sue you if you go and tell them people that Andy said. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm going to tell your mama. Don't do that.
With that said, if you have a Black-owned business or you're a creative and you're looking to be in the directory and within a network of a platform designed directly and specifically for you, you definitely want to download our app and register your business for our directory. Our subscription boxes also dropped, so if you want to support some Black businesses, get your hands on a couple phenomenal products, then you want to cop those boxes as well, whether you do it one time or you want to do it reoccurring. You got that option. That's completely up to you. We have a lot more things coming, but that's another time for a whole nother video. And you've been exactly what we need here. And every again, don't hesitate to reach out. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you the rest of your time back for the evening, and we gonna chop it up soon.
So wait. I got one request.
Oh.
I want to come back in August so I can make sure I make my podcast stuff. You know, can I come back in August? That's what I'm saying. Because that's third quarter, right before Black Friday. So I need y'all to know what's happening.
Okay, so boom. So this is I have a podcast that I host with my sister. That's the Old Sit podcast. That's different from so we're gonna chop about that.
Oh, well, there we go. Look, y'all know I have to ask her on camera so she won't be like, oh, well, you know, I asked you on camera, you said yeah, oops.
Yeah, now you come back. Go ahead and back. As soon as we get that point, go ahead and book it. Whatever day you want, you got it.
Cool. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. And thank you for letting me be on your platform. You guys, make sure y'all follow. Make sure y'all go under this video when she posts it. Leave some comments. Let them know I'm popping in real life, you know. Make sure you hashtag Black Business Highlight for sure so people can come back and look at the hashtag as well. So thank you guys so much.
What Bye, she guys. Said, got it.